got a rivalry game on deck, and these two fan bases have been going at it early from the tailgate to the end zones, and you got to think this will be a little contentious. Welcome to the home of the BYU Cougars in Lavelle Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Utah State Aggies, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. BYU ready to put a foot to it and get this game going. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Aggies offense will get the first crack at it here. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Quarterback on the keeper. Shakes off the defender. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big game, but you look up, and they're
turning it on. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And now on second down for this offense. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. Pocket breaking down. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. On fourth down, trying to find his man. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. So BYU's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
A couple of guys there to get him on the ground. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Makes the catch down the right side. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Pulls it in. It's Kinsey. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Snags it quickly on the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Utah State up-tempo.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Running to Green. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Off the play fake on first down. Moving out of the pocket. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Quick tempo here for the offense. He's got him in the flat. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got him downfield. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. This Utah State offense has it going.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Working well behind the sticks on second down. He'll keep it himself. There he goes. Headed to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Aggies.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Indiana went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Hoosiers always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Reads it, fires complete. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Lining up from the 34 on first down. On the ground, it's Kinsey. Jukes his way for more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to swing it on second down. They're setting up the screen. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. From the shotgun, the inside give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Kinsey. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And down he goes. Tried to pick his way free, but the defense stops him behind the line.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
BYU will bring the punt team on the field. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
He snuffed out behind the line again, went right back to the well and got the same bad result. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. And he made the grab with enough for the first down, but not enough room on the sidelines to stay in bounds. It's fourth down. They boot it away. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Tight end finds a soft spot. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Motion from the wide receiver. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Back behind the chains, 1st and 15. Pulls and fires complete. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Now on second down. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab on the left. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We reached the break, and Utah State holds the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking to throw on first down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. So now it's second and long. Wants to throw again. This time on target. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. And the Cougars really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. A strike downfield. Touchdown, BYU! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Oh, they're after him. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And this is one of the things that makes this defense so tricky is they've got incredible speed at the inside linebacker position. Not only can they go sideline to sideline, run east-west, but they can run downhill on blitzes, and they can get to your quarterback.
And the Aggies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on 3rd down. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. With the catch, it's Burks.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen.
Ball is loose. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on 1st down. The pull and throw off the RPO. Breaks into the open. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, BYU! That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Utah State, 7.
From inside the 10, here he comes. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Soft spot in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, what a cut! Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep
looking for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Just drives it between the uprights. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Oklahoma rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that produced 4 winners of the award between 2003 and 2018. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Intercepted. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a 1st down.
And the defense gives up the 1st down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
He'll do it himself. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off the play fake. Here comes the heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Quickly complete. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll move the wide receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. They've got the screen set up. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now facing a 3rd and long. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Quarterback on the keeper. Looks as if BYU will have a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Wants to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He's got it down the middle. Strikes first, delivers the punch, and works his way to the 31. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Cougars come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. It's on target and complete. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. And the Cougars started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Plucks it out of the air. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. You got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Trying to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cougar!
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Sanders. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Got a man. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. 3rd down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. Working that left side now. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold on.
When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. The give to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold on.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Leaves it with the running back. Snowed under by the defense. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Utah State about to kick it off to open the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go to the ground. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Burks. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Off the RPO, complete. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. The give from the gun. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cougars back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Looking for room, it's Kinsey. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. BYU with the 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Hard running there. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. He leaves it with his back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cougars. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category.
And the returner will be brought down.
And the Utah State offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Makes the quick grab. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for him.
Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Thanks to grab. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
This Utah State offense has it going. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the middle. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Now the play fake. Under fire. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A third down and long situation coming up, they'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Got a man in the middle. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Utah State.
Yeah, and really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. And you can tell he runs a post, ball's right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
31, Utah State, 17.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. So now it's second and long. Pulls it and fires to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Let's see what he can do with it. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it first and 10 at the 50. Give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. Second and 7. Utah State up-tempo.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Line getting set on second down. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. Rush is on him. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
The defense is just killing. Success after success after success. If I'm the offense, I got to change something up, or my quarterback's going to be forced to change because he's going to be in the injury team.
Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Pulls it in at the 25. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. The give to the back. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Rides to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on 3rd. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold offense.
That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Now, 4th down.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To the ground with the back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Pulls it in. It's Blunt. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Hold offense.
This offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working. They'll back up after the holding penalty. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And the Aggies want to pick up the tempo. Back to pass on 2nd down. Release to the back. And his throw is incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He's got it, 1st down and more. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and
it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Racing down the left side. At the 20. Touchdown, BYU. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Georgia Tech is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Yellow Jackets fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is.
Off-play action on first down.
One team will rise in the ACC standings while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play.
Hold.
They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. Gives it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Here on third down. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers.
BYU 38, Utah State 17.
One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Wants to bring it back. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Finds a man in the middle. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. Out of the gun, the give to the back. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Off play action. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but he's not able to get to the first down marker. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Church. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter is sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. He'll get rid of it. On target over the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
His offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'll line up for a second down play. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and that receiver might have used a push-off to get free. We've got pass interference, but this time it's on the offense. To the air on second down. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. Just needs a crack to get a return.
Return is tackled down at the 36. And your BYU Cougars will take over. 1st and 10.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. What a cut. Now he's loose. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Makes it past the marker. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Won't back down from anyone. Delivers the blow and gets it to the 29. The Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. 2nd down coming up. He'll pull it on the read. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He is denied, cannot get to the 1st down marker, and it's 4th down coming. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And the try is no good. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator.
Utah State, 17.
Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, David.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together, get some good mojo going.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. On 3rd and short, the power run here. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going.
Hold.
His offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Runs for the tackle. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Pass to Sticks, and he may get more. Across the 25 to the 24-yard line before he stopped. Pickup of 5 and a 1st down. On the run, it's Kinsey. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
I got to say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Well, you could draw a line in the middle and he would have hit that thing. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. UTSA delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the American. Trust me when I say the party is on in San Antonio. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. They go to the ground. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Looking for space. It's Barnage. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Here's the pressure. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.